Netmarble just announced that Paragon the Overprime is shutting down. On April 22nd of this year, Paragon the Overprime is having its end of service. But the question holds, what happens with Predecessor? Well, let's talk about it. With Overprime shutting down, many are wondering if Predecessor is going to be next. So am I. I'm worried. I'm not going to lie to you. As the third Paragon remake, besides Fault, to come out and then shut down after Paragon, it worries me that Predecessor is next. We all know Predecessor is slow. We all know content come out is slow for it. We know the UI updates, we know that hero updates, balancing, some necessary things that need to come out for Predecessor is very slow. And it's alarming. In my opinion, RGS Ace, who is also known as Robbie, needs to come out and make a post about this. Whether it be on Twitter or the Predecessor page, YouTube, actually making a video about it or something, I feel Robbie needs to address this. With a major Paragon remake game shutting down, it is disheartening for all the Predecessor players, because we know we are the final stand for this game. It really does worry me, but Robbie needs to come out with a state of the game. He needs to come out with the intent of the future of the game, what he wants to see, what is being worked on, and is he listening to the community? Things I need to see in the game for me to feel like this is going to be a successful game. Some of these have already been announced and will make it into the game. For example, ranked. Ranked is a must, but not just ranked. It needs to have a better matchmaking. If you're climbing the ranks and you're up against gold via gold, that's perfectly fine. That is a good matchmaking. But the current state of the MMR system is not going well. You're either ranked with the extreme lefts or the extreme rights. You're never ranked with players yourself. And that is an issue. That hurts the game. They've also already announced 3v3 game mode. We still don't know what that is or when it comes out. But having multiple game modes, especially game modes that are easier to learn for new players, is a great onboarding process. This needs to happen. In the latest blog post, they also talked about in-game currency. This is also a must. To keep player retention, you need to have something in the game that gives that rewarding aspect to players playing matches. As it currently stands, the only rewards you get is level progression for your character that you're playing. But at the same time, it's bad because you have to pay real money to unlock the premium side of the house for that character, and a lot of people aren't doing that. And they were waiting for that in-game currency. But on top of this, where's the other progression? They show a season roadmap and what you get per player level, but that's not in-game. I don't get that sense of accomplishment after the match, seeing my player progression increase and seeing what I get when I win or when I get to level 10 or 15 or 20. I don't need to go to Discord and look at a pinned message of the season 3 rewards. I get a jump pad trail at level 40. I need to see that in game. I need to get the rewards instantly. Players need to feel that sense of accomplishment in game. And as it stands, that's not happening. More things I want to see is new jungle minions, even just a better map. The sole point of Predecessor is to have verticality. Otherwise, we're just playing a high-res Smite. What is the difference between Predecessor and Smite? You're on a 2D plane. Yeah, you can aim up, you can aim down. But realistically, how many fights have you gone into where you needed to do that? How many characters actually take advantage of the verticality? Multiple characters, let's take my main character Shinbi, can't even do anything in the upwards motion. Her dash follows the flat plane. Her line tempo when she sends out a wolf follows a flat plane. Her circle rhythm is just a circle rhythm, follows a flat plane. Not very many characters show what the verticality can do. And that is, again, alarming. The main focus of Predecessor is the verticality, and they need to harp on this. They need to add more verticality, more hills, more walls, and just overall change the aspect of the jungle. But with the jungle, I'm talking about the jungle minions. We don't need no copy and paste jungle minions throughout the entirety of the jungle. Why do the jungle camps look the exact same, only slightly resized? Why do the red, blue, cyan, and gold buffs look the exact same, just reskinned? If you want a jungle that really feels alive, that feels good to be in, make those different. Take a book from Smite. Each jungle camp in Smite looks completely different. Make the red buff a small drake, something. Make it feel different when you're in the jungle. Widen the lanes on the lanes. They're small. You get 4 people in mid lane and you're all grouped together extremely close, and there's no room for movement around. One person pops their ult, they all pop their ult, you're getting hit no matter where you stand. Steel's ultimate basically goes from left of mid lane to right of mid lane. Another thing that they need to address is the better in-game UI. As it stands, it's just not good. But not just the UI outside or in the game, but the scoreboard itself. Hitting tab just looks horrible. It is so hard to find where you are, where your opponent is, what items they're carrying, anything like that. That needs to change. And lastly, what everyone talks about every time they add something new into the game, the standardized skin prices. I shouldn't have to pay so much money for a common reskin. Don't get me wrong, I get it that there is work to put into these skins. They're not just take it from Epic Games Paragon and plug and play. They have to still do work on these skins. I get it. I don't mind paying for the skins. But when you have a new hero, Kallari, for example, when Kallari came out, they added in Kallari's base skin and a new skin that you can buy in the store. That new skin that you can buy in the store, because Kallari was a new character, was overpriced. And then older characters' new skin was cheaper because they were an older character. It shouldn't work like that. In my opinion, if you're getting a common skin, it should be a common skin price. All it is a reskin. For me, it should be no more than $3. And then work your way up from there, from common to uncommon. Uncommon being $5. And then from $5 to $8 being rare, $8 to $12 being epic. And then no more than $15 for a legendary skin. No more of this predatory prices that they've been putting out. Granted, they have gotten better with it, but in my opinion, they just need to standardize the prices. I bring all of this up because there is much, much more the community is really worried about. They've expressed multiple times in the Discord of things that they want to see changed. There's many more things that needs to change in the game. But for this game to succeed, there needs to be communication. And Robbie, I'm begging you. The community is begging you. Speak on this. Show us the state of the game. Show us what your intentions are. We get it. You can't share everything. But we need to know that you are listening to us. Because we're worried. We are scared that Predecessor is next.